All right, a question I get all the time. Are growth stocks better than value stocks? If you're an investor, chances are you've thought about this too. And here at Investors Lab, we believe which stocks actually make you more money in 2025 depends on your strategy and risk tolerance. So today we're breaking it down so you can invest smarter this year. Let's dive in. First things first, what are growth stocks? Simply put, growth stocks are companies expected to grow revenue and profits at a rate that's higher than the overall market. Typically, these companies are reinvesting their profits back into the business to fuel expansion rather than giving out dividends to shareholders. They might be on the cutting edge of technology, developing new products or services, entering new markets, or expanding their existing ones. Growth stocks often have a few things in common. They're usually in a rapidly growing industry. They're innovative and have strong momentum. They're not yet fully matured, meaning there's a lot of room for expansion. And they're usually more volatile because their future performance isn't always guaranteed. Think of companies like Tesla, Nvidia, and Amazon. These are all great examples of growth stocks. Their focus is on future potential, innovation, and momentum rather than on past performance. Okay, now let's talk value stocks. Value stocks are companies that appear to be trading at a price that's lower than their intrinsic value, meaning they're undervalued by the market. These companies typically have a history of stable, consistent growth and may be overlooked by investors. You've probably heard of companies like JP Morgan Chase, Coca-Cola, and Johnson & Johnson. These companies are known for their stability and reliability. They're mature businesses with a solid track record, strong brands, and a competitive advantage in their industries. Value investors seek out companies like these because they offer a potentially good risk-adjusted return. Alright, so now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about how these two types of stocks have performed historically. Generally speaking, growth stocks tend to outperform in bull markets when the economy is strong and investors are optimistic. Value stocks, on the other hand, tend to hold up better in bear markets or during economic downturns. Let me give you some quick examples. Between 2020 and 2021, we saw explosive growth in tech and other high-flying sectors. This was great for growth investors, but many value stocks lagged behind. Then between 2022 and 2023, the market faced a lot of volatility due to rising interest rates and inflation. In this environment, value stocks with their strong fundamentals and history of stable growth tended to perform better. So the question is, what will 2025 have in store for us? Well, as of recording this, rate cuts are being priced in, and the AI hype train shows no signs of slowing down. However, many of the darlings of the last bull market, particularly in tech, are still trading at nosebleed valuations. Will the growth continue, or are we in for a period of mean reversion? On the flip side, value stocks are finally starting to get the attention they deserve after years in the spotlight. But which is better? Honestly, a mix of both. I personally lean towards growth, but I'm adding value to my portfolio for balance. Alright, I know what you're thinking. You want to know my specific stock picks. Look, I'm not going to give away our top growth and value stock picks in this video, but I will say this, if you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit the subscribe button right now. New episodes of Investors Lab are released every single week, and at the end of each month, we drop a bonus episode where we deep dive into our investment process, including our top stock picks. Plus, I share my weekly portfolio updates on social media. Now as for which stocks we're buying, I'll give you a hint. One of our top growth picks is a company that's at the forefront of the AI revolution, but unlike many of its peers, it's not overvalued. It's actually trading at a discount. Can you name that company? Leave a comment below. So remember, whether you prefer growth or value stocks or a mix of both, the key to success is to do your research, diversify, and invest wisely. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, the best investment you can make is in yourself.